Binary and hexadecimal. Binary and hexadecimal are the two primary codes that computers utilize to communicate, calculate, and process data. This is so because computers do not understand the decimal system, the base 10 system that humans use. Binary. Binary works with the powers of 2, and uses the two symbols 1s and 0s, which correspond to ons and offs. To convert decimal to binary, for example, the decimal number 70 to binary, we must first begin by creating a table of powers of 2. So, is 70 larger than 128? It is not, so we put a 0 underneath 128. But it is larger than 64, so we place a 1 underneath that. Subtracting 64 from 70, we get 8. And so, we subtract 8 from 4, because 8 is bigger than 4. And then we get 4 for that, and so we put a 1 underneath the 4. Then, 4 minus 2 equals 2, so we put a 1 underneath the 2. And 1 just equals 1, so we add a 0 underneath. And so that gives us decimal number 70 equals 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 in binary. Now to convert binary to decimal, for example the binary code 11011, we begin again with our table of the powers of 2. And underneath it, we just fill up the gaps. So, from left to right, we fill it in. And then we add all the numbers that are above it. So we add 16, 8, 2, and 1, and that gives us 7, 27. So therefore, the binary code 11011 equals 27. Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal works with the powers of 16. And hexadecimal derives its name from the fact that its main symbols are A, B, C, D, E, and F, which number in 6. So to calculate hexadecimal to regular decimal, we first begin by creating a regular table of 1 to 15. So the top row will have 1 to 15, and the bottom row will have A, B, C, D, E, and F, but only from 10 to 15. And this is so because 10 will equal A, 11 will equal B, etc., etc. So, in order to convert hexadecimal, we then create another table, the table of the powers of 16. So, we then substitute the hex underneath this table. So 4 will go underneath 4096, A will go to 256, etc., etc. To convert it, we then multiply 4096 by 4, and that gives us 16,384. And for A, we see that A equals 10, so we multiply 256 by 10, and that goes the same for the others. We check their corresponding code, and then we multiply it. And so, from this, we see that 4096 times 4 equals 16,384, 256 times 10 equals 2,560, 16 times 11 equals 156, and 1 times 12 equals 12. We add them up together, and then we get the decimal number that is related to the hex number. Then to convert from decimal to hex, we also use the powers of 16 table. We see that 298 is not bigger than 4096, so we add a 0 underneath there as well. But it is bigger than 256, so we divide that. 298 divided by 256 equals 1. 1 times 256 equals 256. And so 298 minus 256 equals 42. 42 divided by 16, because 42 is larger than 16, equals 2. So we put a 2 underneath the 16. 16 times 2 equals 32. And 42 minus 32 equals 10. Subbing that in, we end up having 1, 2, and 10. If we refer back to our original table, we see that the hex symbol A equals 10. Therefore, the decimal number 298 equals 12A in hex.